What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel today. My name is Joel. I appreciate you stopping by. As has become my tradition, I'd like to give a cutoff prediction for the newest basic champ that is coming to the arena, which today is Wednesday. I don't know when you're watching this, but today's Wednesday. The new champ coming out tomorrow is in fact Gambit, which I am actually pretty excited about. I do not have Gambit as far as a 4-star champ. I've got him 3-star awakened. I don't think I've really ranked him up at all. But there's a couple different things that I'd like to look at before I give my prediction. A couple different things I should say that go into making my prediction, and that is the utility of the character or the champ. Secondly, the prestige, and thirdly, third, and lastly, whether or not the character has been in the basic champ arena before. I take all of those things and look for a comparison, a recent comparison, and give my prediction. So hopefully that will give you a little bit of confidence in being able to trust what I'm saying, I guess. But hopefully this will be a help to you. First, we're going to look at the utility of the character, and by that I mean how versatile a character is, I guess I could say. Is he good for using in a multiple of situations, like Alliance Quest, Alliance War, on offense or defense? Is he uniquely suited to take down a specific node, kind of like Black Widow is with the Thorns nodes? But unfortunately, Gambit is really none of those things. He has some really neat animations. He looks really cool as a character, but unfortunately, even though they tried to, I think, bring some complexity to his gameplay, I think that they overthought it, so to speak. He's just a little bit clunky to play. His core gameplay is all kind of centered around this kinetic charge that he builds up by swiping back and holding block, which if you've watched any of my videos, you know that I hate that mechanic. It doesn't feel like it is part of the normal flow of the game. It takes you out of your normal rhythm and makes you do some things that you wouldn't normally have to do with other characters. But anyway, you're supposed to build up these kinetic charges, and at some point, if you could time it correctly or you see an opportunity, when you do a heavy attack, he converts all these kinetic charges into a power buff, which increases the amount of damage that your special does by 14% for each power kinetic charge that is consumed. Which, again, I don't have him as a 4-star, high duped 4-star, so he may hit like a truck, I don't know. But in order to kind of see all of those things come together, like I said earlier, it's just very clunky, very difficult to play as you normally would and still do all this on top of your normal gameplay. Just not a lot of use for it, unfortunately. I wish that it was better integrated into his gameplay, but it's just not. And because of that, you don't see Gambit. You don't see him in Alliance Wars on offense, you don't see him on defense, you don't see him in Alliance Quest. He is basically just a trophy character because of his clunkiness. Next, we're going to hop over and take a look at the prestige list here, which Gambit, even though he's been out for a while, does still fall within the top 20. It's funny, number 15, 16, and 17 here are all mutants, and really they're all very comparable to each other. Between Nightcrawler and Gambit here, when you first get him, you're only talking about, what is that, 23 points of prestige difference. And if you go all the way out to dupe level 99, you're still talking about less than 30 prestige points. So really, if you have Gambit and you don't have a Beast or a Nightcrawler or a Rogue up here at number 10, he's not going to be a bad option for you to rank up, which I suspect that's probably another reason why folks are going to want to get him. It's just simply for his prestige. If you were not able to pull in the Nightcrawler basic champ, which was just a couple weeks back, Gambit's a good one if you've got some T4 class catalysts, mutant class catalysts that you need to dump. Gambit would be a good character to put those into because of his prestige. And then lastly, an important thing to look at in order to give an accurate prediction on the basic champ is whether or not they have been in the basic arena before. People have had an opportunity to get him. And for Gambit, this is his first go-around. As far as characters that are comparable to him, so we're looking at characters with a higher prestige and a lower utility. Definitely we are looking at Loki, who was just a couple weeks ago, and also Civil Warrior back at the beginning of the year in January. If you notice, Civil Warrior was 5.2 his first go around, and then Loki was only 4.8. I think the reason for that is Civil Warrior is just a cooler character. I mean, it really just comes down to that. He's more interesting to play. He looks cooler as far as his animations. Loki, even though he was a higher prestige, hits like a quote-unquote the wet noodle that everybody always talks about. And he just doesn't look that cool running around in his dress. So what I would predict is that you will see Gambit. I think he is a more interesting character than both Civil Warrior and Loki, but I don't think that people are going to be grinding over 5 million for him. I'm going to say 4.7 to 4.9 is where his cutoff is going to be. If you want to be in the safe zone, go ahead and put up a few more 100,000 points on top of that. I'm going to say if you put anywhere between 5.1 and 5.3 in, you're going to be more than safe with that number. As always, if you are unsure and only have enough time to grind the arena once, I would suggest maybe waiting to see where Gambit falls the first time, because usually that's a pretty good idea of where you need to be for the second go around. Typically, the numbers always fall from there. Alright, hopefully this was a help to you. Best of luck out there, guys, as you are looking to get Gambit. I will also be grinding along with you. I know there have been several people that asked to see these, so I will continue to make them as long as my predictions are close and you guys are interested in seeing them. Alright, take care, guys. Best of luck till the next video. Bye-bye.